Welcome back. Today we are taking time to have a Mindful Monday. This is a special segment to help us all pause and focus on mental health.
We're joined by Erin, Engelke, Executive Director of Calm Waters, and today we're talking about ways to deal with grief with children and really adults. It's probably all the same set of rules as far as what we have to do. 1 in every 10 children in Oklahoma will actually lose a parent or a sibling by age 18. Erin, what's a good way for kids to process through emotions, and how do you go about doing it?
Yeah, that's a very big question, a big one to answer for sure. But, you know, particularly for kids, we just need to create safe environments for them to be able to feel what they need to feel and help them identify the emotion that they're feeling. Oftentimes, kids don't understand the words to say, right? Like frustrated, angry, hurt. But being able to give them the space to be able to process that. Sometimes it's through movement, sometimes it's through art, sometimes it's just being in the presence of a child and allowing them to feel.
What steps do you take? Because it seems like either people retreat and they hide things, or they hurl out and lash out. So, you know, one's not worse than the other, but it is all a symptom of, you know, unresolved hurt or conflict.
Absolutely. And I think being attuned to that, you know, if you have a child in your life that has experienced something really traumatic, a death, a divorce, some other traumatic loss, being attuned to that and recognizing that if they're starting to retreat, maybe if they're hiding in their bedrooms for too long or playing video games infinitely, or maybe having those outbursts, that it's an appropriate time to probably seek help. Calm Waters is certainly a wonderful resource for that. And just giving them, again, the space to be able to talk through what they're feeling.
The numbers that we said right off the start of this interview are kind of shocking, but it says that we will and we do have traumatized children in this state. What happens when you don't deal with these things? What are some other ways that can manifest undealt with emotion?
Yeah, well, and adults can relate to this too, right? If we don't deal with the core emotions that we're feeling, it comes out in a lot of unhealthy ways. Certainly for kids, it's behavioral issues at home. It could be hitting, you know, just the outbursts again. And ultimately, if unresolved, it can turn into unhealthy patterns, drugs, alcohol. There's just a lot of research that shows that so many kids that don't deal with this end up, sadly, in our prison system. Yeah.
And I think, too, it's just amazing how just kind of those basic needs, meeting those, you know, it results in positive thinking about yourself, productive outcome, and that's really where you're trying to help people, even if it's processing through the grief, that you can have a good outcome of doing this in a healthy way.
Absolutely. I think sometimes in society we send this message that feeling is not okay. We are humans. We are meant to feel. We are meant to express how we feel. And so being able to acknowledge that for kids and say, it's okay that you're mad.
Right.
But there's a healthy way to be able to process that madness or hurt or whatever it is.
Talk about some resources right now that viewers can turn to if they themselves need it, or maybe their child needs it.
Absolutely. Well, Calm Waters is Oklahoma City's only grief center. We provide free support groups for children as young as age 3 all the way on up to adults 103 for death and divorce, and then counseling services as well. But one thing that we're offering this week in particular is a really special art therapy camp. We recognize that art is a powerful way for kids to be able to express themselves, and adults too. And it doesn't have to just mean painting or drawing. There's a lot of ways to creatively express yourself. So it could be cooking or gardening or any number of different creative expressions.
And there is the details of the camp, June 27th through the 29th. What's your website or a phone number for folks?
Yeah, calmwaters.org. Super simple.
I love that, calmwaters.org. Erin, thanks for just really opening up the conversation. I think it's really healthy to do that and realize, I like what you said, that it's okay to say you're not okay. But you got to get some help if you need it.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Erin.
Thanks for having me.
All right.